Hi, good evening, everyone. So welcome to the 18th Melbourne K8SUG. So let's wait for the last ones to join. Hello, so welcome to our 18th edition of the K8SUG Meetup. We kind of encourage everyone to take some pictures, and we have a folder where we can upload all the pictures to share with everyone. So if you want to take pictures from tonight and then share it with the rest of us, feel free to scan the QR code, and that should give you access to the shared drive where you can dump everything. Going to give you a couple of seconds. Okay. So before we start, we just want to acknowledge to have the acknowledgement of the country. So the K8SUG Australia is respectfully acknowledges the tradition of the land, traditional land of the Kulini Nation people. We pay our respect for their elders, past, present, and emerging. So tonight it's kind of a special night around AI and machine learning. So we have two speakers for tonight. So we will have Frank from AWS and Thiago from DTAY. And so we will continue the night with some quizzes. So with the quiz with some prizes to win. So pay extremely attention. I mean, I think a lot of you have been here, so you kind of know the drill. And then at the end, if you have anything to share with someone else, just like raise your hand, and we'll just finish with a group photo. So we at K8SUG, we are very passionate about Kubernetes, and we want to enable people to learn about Kubernetes. And the mission for us is to accelerate the Kubernetes adoption, especially in Australia and more particularly in Melbourne. And we do this by learning from each other, by having nights like this where we present some of the special topics, or when Thiago did a more of a hands-on workshop where we did some you learn how to deploy Kubernetes, how to deploy some machine learning workload, some AI stuff onto a Kubernetes cluster. So just like to give everyone a bit of some practices. We could not run these meetups without all our volunteers. So we have an army of them nowadays. So thanks to all the volunteers. And also, we will not be able to run without our sponsors. So we have two main sponsors, which are the Cloud Native Computing Foundation and CodeCloud. And for tonight, our event sponsor is WSO2 and AWS. So thank you for tonight's event sponsor. Without you, that would not be possible to run this event. So we kind of becoming global now. So we started in September 2022 in Singapore, and then we expanded in multiple countries. So Singapore, Australia, Canada, the United Kingdom, and later this month, we will have our first event in Sydney. So in terms of our upcoming events, so you see the thing. So you can join online if you see any topic that is interesting you. Feel free to join the meetup online, or if you miss it, it's always recorded, so you'll be able to see it on our channel. I think volunteer, we're good, but if you have any topic that you want to talk that is related to Kubernetes, please sign up. You don't need to be an expert speaker. We can help you with this. Feel free to join. And if you have, or your company is looking to sponsor one of the events, feel free to reach out as well. We are present on all the different platforms. So if you are happy with the night, or if you want to share any of the things you learned tonight, feel free to scan one of those code and then send your thoughts on this. I see some phones up. Right. So I think you've heard about the Kubeflow program for quite a while. I'm going to try to be as enthusiastic as Yongkang. He's the expert on the topic. I'm not. But yeah, so if you haven't heard of this, this is a program that's been created by the CNCF. And it's just for those who have passed all the certifications, so the CKA, CKID, CKS, KCNA, and KCSA. So if you have this, you will have the chance to wear one of those blue jackets and have some other benefits like being able to have a credit badge to show on your profile, access some of the dedicated and private Slack channels to speak with the other Kubestronauts. You will have some coupons, like 50% for 5 certification that you can use for yourself or that you can share with others. And you also have 25% of 3 CNCF events every year. So we would like to, so there's a couple of, there's 8 Kubestronauts in Australia. If we include Yongkang, that's 9. And we would like to thank Anjang and Gary for donating the vouchers for the 50% vouchers for the certification. So we will give this for tonight. That will be part of the prices for tonight. So just reading some of the notes. So we will need to capture your name and email address so we can then share it with them. And what we want for you in return for that is to spread the word about the Kubestronauts program and Kubernetes in general. So if you have any presence online on any of the social network platform, please just do this. Yeah. Right. We have again, like in the idea of sharing the knowledge. So there's a couple of coupons you can use, which give you access to so some code cloud, 47% of the pro version. You can have access also to the Linux Foundation for 42% of the exams, and having the bundles as well for 48.5% for the Kubestronaut program. So that will, I guess that includes the training and the certifications. So which is pretty good. If you're on the journey to learn about Kubernetes, that's pretty good content, and go through this. All right, so tonight's topic. Okay, our second speaker tonight is Thiago, who is going to speak about MLOps on Kubernetes and an introduction on Kubeflow. So please welcome Thiago. And the presentation will be in Portuguese.
Estão todos preparados?
Portuguese.
So, no, the presentation will be in English. I didn't prepare Portuguese, so let's do. But maybe I can do in Japanese as well. Okay. So Kubernetes user group is focused recently in AI because AI everywhere, AI everything nowadays use AI. So I decided to do this talk, the MLOps with Kubernetes. Even if I'm not using these tools today, Kubeflow and machine learning. After I run a workshop, some of you have participated, that I deploy LLM models on Kubernetes. I got more interesting, and I want to dive deep more in what and how Kubernetes can enhance machine learning operations. So I want to share what I have learned with you. So this is what we will talk today. It's what is MLOps? Anybody have heard about MLOps before? You don't count, yeah, I told you. Okay, the role of Kubernetes in MLOps. What is Kubeflow? The Kubeflow platform and the ecosystem. And then we will go a little bit on the features and the capabilities of the Kubeflow. Some use cases and real world examples. Then some questions and answers. I didn't prepare any live demo. I didn't take the risk. So let's start. There's a little bit. I have talked to my colleagues at work that I will present something about models today, and they get the wrong idea. They thought that it was going to be fashion models. But I will do this model. Now that we know what we're talking about, what is MLOps? There is this paper called about the hidden technical depth in machine learning systems. And can you see where is the ML code in there? It's quite small, right? It's because when you talk about the model is important. Of course, it is what all the data science and machine learning engineers are doing. But after you train the model and you want to really put in production, there is much more to think about. And this is the idea of the MLOps. It's really bridge the gap between the machine learning and the operations. Similar to what happens with the DevOps culture for a long time right now. Maybe you are more familiar with that. So the key principles here, similar to DevOps, we are just including the ML in there, is to get the data, so you have the full lifecycle scope that Frank has also shown. We get the data, we train the model, we deploy the model, then we need to monitor the model to get back more data, and then do because the business requirements has changed during the process, and then we need to change the model, or maybe the data that we are receiving has changed, and then we need to adjust also. So there is this called data drift and model drift in the operations. And all of this should be happen without latency, without downtime, right? You cannot just take the self-driving car and stop that to upload the model. Everything needs to be smoothly. So this is a bit of challenge that happens. So adopting MLOps, has a lot of benefits, but also has a lot of challenges. And this is some of these challenges, right? I believe the collaboration is the most important here, because once you can collaborate the teams that they are doing in their silo with the machine learning stuffs, and then you put that with the teams of the infrastructure, and then they can work together, the company can really get much more benefit. So how Kubernetes benefits machine learning lifecycle? I believe it's quite clear, and everybody here in this group for Kubernetes understand what Kubernetes does, right? So Kubernetes, I will just say two of these that is most important. Maybe it's the scalability. Frank just showed us how it can scale a lot of containers up and then down. And this is really important, both in the training part or in the inferencing part. And I will say also for portability, right? Kubernetes, because everything you do inside this framework that is Kubernetes is using containers. So no matter where you have built your system, if you build in top of Kubernetes, you can deploy it in Amazon, in local, hybrid, anywhere. So this brings us to Kubeflow. So Kubeflow, have you heard about Kubeflow before? We have heard about Kubeflow. Oh, cool. More than MLOps. Yeah, Kubeflow, it was introduced in 2017. I believe the Kubeflow pipeline was the tool that has become more popular. But the idea of the Kubeflow is that they want to make it simple and portable and scalable to do machine learning in Kubernetes. And recently, last year, they become CNCF incubation project. So what is Kubeflow here? Kubeflow, we can talk Kubeflow in two aspects. We have the Kubeflow ecosystem, that is this framework of some open source projects. And it helps to integrate then kind of orchestrating the orchestration of the what Kubernetes does. And we can see some of these components in there, but also Kubeflow has the platform that refers when you deploy using the full solution for Kubeflow, that it is focused on the full life cycle of the machine learning. So let's take a look on how it works here. So to name a few here, we can see the pipeline, the base there. This is where Kubeflow starts, but then it uses the Kubernetes operator architecture that connects with the Spark, and then you have the notebooks, tip for hyperparameter. And then you can see here that it is the full life cycle. The machine learning engineer is doing his working, and server after that to the end, and the data is also producing in the left and on the right, because it is prior to the training and after the deployment. So let's go a little bit in one of each of these components, okay? Bear with me. So Kubeflow UI is this central dashboard. The idea is that who has used Kubernetes here knows that it is just YAML files, right? If you cannot write in JSON, you write in YAML file. And it is a lot of configuration. And this configuration is not exactly what machine learning engineers are willing to do, right? So the idea is that Kubeflow, as a project, it decided that they need to give this kind of interface, more friendly interface, to be more UI and not the CLI usage. And this is where you can start playing around. And you can see that they have the notebooks, the runs, the model, and all in there. So let's go to the pipeline. So what is this pipeline, Kubernetes pipeline? This is the platform that you can build how your model will be constructed, from download the data, training the cleaning the data, doing all the treatments that you need to do in the data, then you train the model, and then you deploy the model. So each block in there, it is a process that will run in the pipeline, and it will generate the metadata and the artifacts for this process. Then we have the Kubeflow Spark operator. Who knows what is Spark? Okay, one, okay, to get a little, yeah, myself, I'm not pretty sure what Spark does, but Spark, for my studies, it's what will really leverage the data analysis in the large data space. And it is open source from Apache. And they have this operator. This is really interesting. A lot of things in Kubeflow, it's using the Kubernetes operator architecture. So let's jump here to the notebooks. I believe this is the nice part of Kubeflow, that you can create a server for notebook server using Jupyter notebooks, VS Code server, or the RStudio. Who haven't played with these tools before? No? A little bit, cool. Yeah, so Jupyter is where you can create the cells of pods and then you can run and training. And what is interesting in this is that this is an image that you run in a pod. So you as a cluster administrator, Kubernetes administrator, you can decide how these pods will be configured. What kind of resource do you want to use for that? And the nice part here is that you can also share that because it is inside Kubernetes. You can share this resource among the team, and they can save and share notebooks and stuff like that. The next part is the K8SUG, hyperparameter tuning. So who has done a little bit of data science here or machine learning? Cool. Okay, so if I say something wrong, please correct me, okay? But this part of the hyperparameter tuning is the, can I say that it is the secret sauce? Before you train a model, you need to define some parameters that it will optimize how the model will function. So each line here represents a run experiment. It tests some parameters like the size of the bet, what it is the target. So this is what K8SUG is doing. And this part is what they call AutoML. Next. So we have the training operator. Again, operator architecture using for training. So you can run your training in different Hugging Face or TensorFlow, to say the most maybe common. And then this can do the training in parallel and in different more resources and give you more results. So this is the training part. Then this one is the model registry. So Kubeflow is a project that started in 2017, right? And it's tried to solve something that it was a pain for the machine learning community, but it was missing this piece of software in there. That it is the model registry. What it is this is where you can really share what is the metadata relates to that training. So every part that the model trained, it's giving you what was used, what was the configuration of the environment, what was the outputs of that, and everything become metadata that can be reutilized later on. So this piece is really recently. The first commit was in September last year. So it's still in the alpha stage, but it is evolving. And it's actually using under the hood this library called ML metadata. And then here is the, I believe the crawl, the gel of the crawl, right? It is the K server, former KF server. It was so good that it became an independent project. And now you can use K server for deploying and deploying your models for inference models, independent of Kubeflow. You don't need to use Kubeflow to use K server, but K server is integrated with Kubeflow because it's starting there, and it is how they use to deploy models, and has a lot of nice stuff there as well. And external add-ons. So as well, K server is now external add-ons. Kubeflow is expansible. You can use another stuff and another programs with Kubeflow, like the Elira, that you can create the end-to-end machine learning workflows, similar to what you saw in the Kubeflow pipeline. That part is not doing drag and drop, but you can use this era that is a little more low code to create the workflows. Then you have the feast, that it is the open source for features in machine learning, different features in software. Is not something that it has. It is some. Sorry, guys. Do you know what this feature is?
Be like the input data, like the parameters of the, like, yeah, the instance of the data that you're predicting for. That's like, you know, age, you know.
Yes, exactly. So it is the parameters of the data, right?
Yes.
Exactly. So if you are looking for an image, maybe it's that some features in that image, not exactly features in a sense that you can use that, but in machine learning is that. And then you have another tools for serving as well. This Seldon Core is also really popular in the community. Bento ML is quite new. ML run serving for serving the models. So let's talk about some real use cases here. Kubeflow, even if it is in the edge of the technology, because Kubernetes was already in the edge of technology that some companies start using really before the .1.0. So like Dell Technologies, they have adopted the Kubeflow for doing research and centralizing all that infrastructure, and they saw benefits for using that to reduce the complexity. On the left side, you can take a look for Spotify. Who uses Spotify here? Okay, so yeah, they have a machine learning journey to get to the Kubeflow. They didn't get to the Kubeflow because it was nice. They get to that in a process, and they have a really nice talk in the left. You can check it there. And on the right side, you have some samples from the Kubeflow GitHub that they use some data sets from Kado and show how you can use Kubeflow for solving that. And yeah, what Kubeflow really shines exactly in that, right? Is deployment and management for really complex systems, not just a model, and they also use the hybrid and multi-cloud machine learning workflows. Okay, Kubeflow is quite complex. I know that I have just shown a lot of information at once, but we have some alternatives for doing machine learning in the cloud. And the cloud providers, who have already used here in Amazon as SageMaker, they are really user-friendly. They have this version of the Jupyter Notebooks itself, but with a lot more of real features that you can use and make it really easy to use. CGP Vertex AI from Google, they also integrates really well with the Kubeflow. And you have also Azure Machine Learning that is kind of user-friendly. This is from the cloud service providers. And from the open source part, you have MLflow, Airflow, Metaflow, everything flow. And MLflow is the simplest one, have a really good model tracking for experiment. But there is, I mean, all these tools is really helpful, but you need to decide what is more suitable for your usage. Okay? It's not just like the silver bullet is Kubeflow, or you use this tool and you solve everything. So give it a try, take a look on what is good for you for your use case. Yeah, and don't worry if you didn't get it. You know this guy? Good, yeah. He is inspiration for all AI stuff for a long period. Okay, open to questions. Any questions? No? No? Okay. Yep.
I think because I also need some tools like this in my project, and I've been comparing like there are like Argo, like
Yes,
Argo
yes.
workflow, and then many of workflow tools. So I think maybe yeah, we need to benchmark all of the tools, and it will be very beneficial for the industry, because I think nowadays just a few people that do benchmark this many tools in real case problem.
Yeah, yeah.
How do you think about that?
Yeah, I believe the problem in here is also because it is complex to set all these like for production, right? You are trying to set a system, a platform for that. And when you try to do a benchmark like tools, the tools like Kubeflow that maybe is not easy to install and upgrade, then it's becoming quite difficult to do some benchmarks. But Kubeflow also uses Argo workflow on the hood to do with the Kube. There's a lot of Kubeflow pipelines. They use the Argo workflow. And yeah, it is different tools and you can pick different, and every day new tools are coming. So it's quite difficult to keep up to date on that. But I agree with you. Some benchmark will be really helpful for the community to see, okay, how I can do this or that. Cool. Any questions? Any questions? Nope. Okay, so I will share this slide later. You can get some sources from what I got. And thank you. I believe just a little bit.
I was going to grab the mic and
Cool. So I have done one workshop before that was deploying the LLM in the Kubernetes, and I'm planning to do another workshop related to machine learning. And I would like to invite you to tell me what you want to do. If it is Kubeflow or MLflow, or should you do with data on AKS as well? That it was something really interesting to do as a workshop, because I believe this event that we are doing is really nice to come here and share all this, but it's really interesting the experience that I had when we do with hands-on experience, we learn much more. Okay, so that's it. And I don't remember if Ian has told, but this is the rebuild, the resume again of the CNCF album, right? Yeah, you can get more about it. Thank you.
do we have any questions for either of them? Thiago or Hans?
Yeah. No.
All right. We're going to go on to the quiz, but before that, yeah, the thing I forgot to say. So that's the first event that's been like combined between K8SUG and the CNCF community for Melbourne. So that's the first time it's been done after a year of the CNCF community being a bit inactive. So watch this space. That's coming again. All right, so we're going to go now on to the quiz. Before that, if you're not already on the Wi-Fi, sign up, because latency is key. The faster you answer the question, the more chance you have, and you need to answer the question right, but the faster you answer the question, the more chances you have to be at the top. And tonight we have a couple of prizes. Well, I'll go through them. Present from Evil. Thank you. Sorry about that. Cool. I'll probably limit to the first 10. Okay, yeah. We have this as well. Okay. And before we go on to this, so if you have any feedback for us, feel free to sign up or to fill in the form, and we'll take your feedback seriously. Ask Thiago to get rid of some of his. Like,
his question back.
there's 10 of Thiago's questions.
Yeah, I have 5 of them.
Yeah, we take 5 and 5. Yeah. Hey, whilst you're doing this, so in terms of prices for tonight, so we have still the code cloud access. So we have 6 months free for 3 of you. And as I mentioned, so we have 5 codes for 50% off of the Kubernetes exams that's been donated by Gary and Gajan. And we have some swag as well to give away. So yeah, there's a chance for everyone. But yeah, we're starting to run out a bit of swag. So if your company wants to contribute as well, happy with this. Yeah, well, let's go on to the quiz. Mark, can you check if she removed some of the questions? No, there's 10 questions. Okay, I think we're good. You start the what's the quiz? Yay. Nice. Good. That's going to be fun. I think I will have to delete some of the old quizzes. Can you launch it? Oh, do you want to share it on the?
Cut it down to 11 questions.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I will just join the Zoom. I'll share my screen. What is it? Yeah, it
Okay.
works. Okay. I will share my screen instead. Do I plug mine in first? It's okay, I can share screen.
Yeah. Let me stop.
Okay, that should be good now. The quiz, yeah, so that should be the QR code.
So as usual, sign using the QR code. And when you're all done, we'll start the quiz. Okay, everybody's ready? Yeah? All right, let's start. And the first question is, how does Carpenter dynamically select instances typed for spot instances? Okay, the correct answer was price capacity optimized. Next question. Which method can I use to scale nodes in my cluster? VPA, HPA, Carpenter, KEDA. And the correct answer was Carpenter. Next one. When was Kubeflow first announced? 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. And the correct answer was 2017. So we still have, there's been a bit of a change. So Adam, is leading now. Next. What does the term model drift refer in the context of MLOps? The correct answer was the change in model performance over time. I would not have guessed that one. And Adam is still the first one. Next, what is a significant challenge when setting up MLOps? So the lack of algorithm, significant initial investment in tooling and infrastructure, low data quality, or limited computational resources. And the correct answer was the significant initial investment in tools and infrastructure. There's a battle between NKT and Adam. Rob. Yeah, very close. What is the benefit of using Carpenter? And the correct answer was all of the above. Still the same in the first 3 places. 3 more questions to go. How does Carpenter provision nodes? So using EC2 auto-scaling groups, directly with EC2 fleets, K8 Kubernetes cluster autoscaler, daemon sets. And the answer was directly with EC2 fleets. All right, 2 more questions. So what does the Kubeflow notebooks components allows user to do? So run Apache Spark jobs, spawn pods running instances of Jupyter Labs, Visual Studio Code, RStudio, train the model on GPU, monitor model performance. And the correct answer was to spawn pods running instances of Jupyter Lab, VS Code, and RStudio. Now, there's 2 more questions, not 3, not 1. And what is catlib used for in Kubeflow? So data processing, hyperparameter tuning, model deployments, and feature engineering. And the correct answer was the hyperparameter tuning. And finally, last question. What does the Kubeflow platform refer to? So a set of machine learning algorithm, a single application for ML lifecycle, a suite of component bundled with integration and management tools, a hardware device for ML tasks. And the correct answer was a suite of components bundled with integration and management tools. Cool. So we are done with the quiz. So who is the lucky winner? So the first one is NKT. Where is or who is NKT? Ah, congratulations. What would you like? So you have the choice between t-shirts, those amazing cards. How do you call that? Flashcards. So as an example, for the flashcard, you have wrong one. So you have like some questions on the front and the answer at the back. So as an example, apply the configuration in PodYAML to a pod. How do you do this? What is the command you use for that? And the answer is kubectl apply -f PodYAML dots. Yeah. So what would you like? So there's a t-shirt? Yeah. Okay. What size are you?
Large.
Blue? Cool.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you. Next one, Adam. Where is Adam? Oh, congratulations. What would you like?
Oh, I grab the card, actually.
Yeah, the card. There's 2 different types.
Oh,
So security or just the basic Kubernetes commands.
Security.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
You need to respond one together, that you need to take one.
Rob, congratulations. What would you like?
The Kubeflow subscription.
The Cloud subscriptions?
Yes,
Okay, cool.
yes.
Uh,
I'm gonna see your information soon.
Yeah.
Your picture first. But yeah, we have 3 subscriptions. Cool.
so if you can check with Mark. Mark, can you take the? Thank you. Next, we have 35 to 18. 2018. Congratulations. What would you like?
T-shirt is fine.
A t-shirt? What size? Looks like medium or
Yeah, medium is fine.
medium is fine. Cool.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you.
Next, we have Insan. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What would you like?
T-shirt.
A t-shirt?
Yeah.
Good.
There for Kubernetes.
I have no idea what the
Okay.
t-shirts are.
Yes, please.
Which size are you?
M
Medium?
or small.
Small?
Small.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. Then we have Isa. Congratulations. What would you like?
Is it just the card option?
So you have the card, you have some t-shirts, or you have the 50% off for the certification, or the Kubecloud 6 months free for Kubecloud.
The 6 months.
The 6 month?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Do I have to take photo or is that?
Yeah.
That's optional. Go and speak to the one at the back next to the Tom with the cap. Then we have Sudhir. Where are you, Sudhir? Congratulations. What would you like?
Take the code cloud one.
The Code Cloud one as well? Cool. Do you want to take a photo as well, or? Yeah. Well done.
Thank you. My first time here.
Great. Never forget the first time.
You can go at the back. We can take your name and contact details. Then we have someone which has a hard life. Yeah. Well done. Congratulations. What would you like?
Get the shirt, I guess.
A t-shirt?
This one.
An XL or medium? Yeah. Cool. Thank you. And then we have 2 more, and then we are going to stop there. Who is the agent, the secret agent? Henry. What would you like?
I'll go with the card.
With the card?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, you need to take a picture. It's in front of that.
Cool. Thank you.
Nice. And the final one, Nguyen. Where are you? Yeah. Congratulations. So what would you like? There's a t-shirt. There's not much choice, extra large on that one. Well, then you have small and maybe medium on the or large. Yeah. Thank you. Cool, thank you. All right, that concludes the night. So just one last thing to do, just take care, or does anyone have anything they want to announce or say tonight? No, okay. Last thing, group picture. If you can all come at the front, we will take the picture from there. And for those online, have a good night and see you next time.